Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another instalment of the Supreme Warrior. Now, the Brotherhood, they've got 60 billion pigs in the eternal world, all paedophile cannibals, and they've formed an army. And they've infiltrated through all of the sworn autonomies, all the Lord rulers. They've got 198,000 Lord rulers, which are the judges of the eternal world. And at the head is their father is God, and Jehovah, and their God, or their master resurrector, because they base their ranks on their capacity to resurrect, is Weasel Pig. I don't know his real name, but that's the name I've given him. And then we've got God Jemima, who I call Father Cockrag, Captain Munter, and all these other dogs. When after I should be dead for abusing us, those things like that. But they have been charged with being a clandestine insurgent army of war criminals because they failed to declare, because they infiltrated all of the serving authorities and murdering untold subjects of the Queen, of the kings and queens in all spheres, and getting away with it because they've locked down all the investigating areas and there's no roads to appeal and everything like that. And like I said, there's 60 billion up there. It's easy for them to saturate the world's investigating areas down here, and they're all queued up ready to come down here, and they've all gone down the toilet because they didn't declare. So I thought, as the Supreme Commander of the United Forces, the Supreme Warrior, I thought that I would declare United Forces on it so that at least they don't end up going down the Google the same way. Now, United Forces engage by the Legion. We engage from the blind side. So the Supreme Being we engage, which is no can see you, no can help you. It's a Supreme Being engage. And United Forces are devoted to the erasure of all evil from the void spectre. And that's what United Forces are about. And all evil has been defined, imposed and engaged. You looked into the minds of all these cannibals, starting with God and finishing with Captain Ross, Papa Fungur, and all the boys in the paedophile diocese of the Catholic Jew. And that's all of them I've heard from the spirits, that everyone in the Catholic Church is a paedophile of God's order. That's what I've heard. Whether every one of them is true or not, I don't know. I know there's certainly enough smoke to justify some fire, if nothing else. And so because of that, and because of his bastard Bible, I've ordered for his bastard Bible book to be erased, and United Forces are going to engage with the Supreme Beings, and we are going to erase all of the First Testaments here on earth, right? And when that happens, you know, when your First Testament disappears, you know that the New World Order has arrived. The Supreme Beings are here, and the ruling majesty of the eternal world is going to go through all of the sworn autonomies here on earth and see which ones have been fucking us while they're supposed to be looking after us, murdering us while they're supposed to be saving us, and doing all the rest of the despisable stuff that these Brotherhood pigs get up to. They've got captives on earth. I know I've fallen foul of that, because on one occasion, Munter, Father Cockrag, God Jehovah, claims to own my wife. That's why he made her kick me out, and we're pledged to join each other at the eternal level and live happily ever after. But we can't here on earth because Munter kills dead forever, and he gave her orders from the blind side. She had to give me my orders from the blind side, and she was the one doing all the fighting for these Munters because they were too scared to front me. And so we've got a legion in the cosmic element alone of 240 billion warriors, of 50% men, 50% females in the majestic Hind of Spirit legions. We've got the youngest and swiftest legion, which is 6.5 million girls, all armed. We've got the all-powerful Satan's King Majesty Satan's Eastern cluster and Hazel's cluster. So they're three legions. I don't know the strength of those particular legions because I haven't deployed them yet. But I have deployed the one in the cosmic element, 4 to 1. 60 billion of them, and 4 to 1. I ordered that everyone in the cosmic element, there'd be 2 boys and 2 girls in each killing squad to make sure no Munters got into my engage. And I wanted them to impose on the reality of everyone in the cosmic element and send everyone that was a criminal torturer to their death to burn forever. Because that's what we were at the time, it was just criminal torturers. But criminal torturers are paedophiles as well, and they're cannibals. And so it's all the one tight, neatly basket. There's not one element that does this, one element that does that, one element that does anything. It's one element that does everything. And that's the reality. And so United Forces are devoted to attacking them. And of course, in my case, they attack me from the top, the Supreme Commander. They've gone down And through every dimension of all existence, the united forces formed and gassed them. Little dust is united forces. The supreme beings are united forces. Essence, purity, great goddess, the united forces. Magnetic energy, supreme beings, Lord, ruler, reality, are the united forces. And little magnetic energy, supreme beings, are the united forces. And now the civilizations are the united forces. And so when you look at all that firepower, the energy dimensions are united forces. Magnetic energy engages there for united forces. And in magnetic energy, in the dimension of magnetic energy, supreme beings engage there. The supreme highness of the vast void engage there and emptied off everyone, including the Lord Ruler. Like I said, 198,000 rock spider Lord Rulers be found, all of them breach of oath bandicoots, and all of them were sentenced to eternal purgatory to burn on the four-weasel pig, right, which is the God of the Brotherhood, the Master Resurrector, to burn on the four-weasel pig forever and for all time, just for playing Contact Draconian Law, Pigment Box Master, Rock Spider rules. Just for honouring God's law and just for enforcing God's law when after he declares Almighty Majestic Highness, but he engages Highness God when after you don't got a clue or a prayer. Then after you've got a problem, if it's a draconian tyrant like God is, and you won't get a worse, more draconian tyrant than God. That's for sure. And you see, when it looks at the Supreme Warrior versus God, God has been left to me to handle, because no one else seems to be able to handle God of the eternal world. I'm the only one that he hasn't got some sort of hold over, and I'm the only one that he hasn't got under some sort of siege, having to do what he says. Even the Queen of Fire Vision, my superior officer, the Commander-in-Chief of the United Forces, is screwed into a chair and can't move. And God had done that to her once, and then he got scared, and every time she got up she'd be screwed into a chair for months at a time. He'd finally let her out, she'd go for a bit of a wander, and wherever she sat down next he'd screw into a chair again because he got scared. And so it's going to burn easy, and it's going to burn early, God, I can tell you, when the Commander-in-Chief gets in. But all my legions I've discovered lately, and everyone that's engaged under my authority in all existence, right here we are, from our side of the line, everyone has later been ruled against by the pigs they've put in the floor. Can you believe that? These pigs they've got put in the floor, God himself and all these dogs, have resurrected through the civilizations, come back as Lord Rulers, after they've been buried as Lord Rulers, ruled against everyone that's engaged under my command in this void, and once again put under the guns of the Brotherhood everyone that's under my protection in this void, when after they can't stop me, they can't help me, they can't kill me, and they can't play against me. And I'm still alive, and they've done that to all my people. And if you reckon that I'm not furious with these gutless honest sluts for not addressing me, in the cosmic element, they said I ordered a blind side engage, four people per each one individual, imposing and engaging, imposing on each other, imposing on everyone in the cosmic element for the torturer criminals, right? That's what we wanted, and the rapists, the libertarians. That's what I wanted, but they were let off for some reason because they have certain rights under law in the eternal world, where God is a reformed rock spider officially. He's not officially Jehovah at all. Everyone knows who Jehovah is, and when I've announced that God's Jehovah, even to this day, I get this Jehovah. God is Jehovah because God is loved by everybody, and Jehovah is hated and feared by everybody. Or maybe not feared anymore, but is certainly hated by everybody. He's not feared by the Supreme Warrior, and is not feared by the Leviathans of the Deep, a dimension where every single individual in it engages the Supreme Warrior, which is the numbers are irrelevant within the sphere. Within your sphere, within your dimension, if you engage and the numbers are irrelevant, then you are engaging the Supreme Warrior, right? And the Leviathans of the Deep, Essence, Purity, Great Goddess engages them, and every one of them can engage the Supreme Warrior. The only thing is they're not allowed on Earth. And here on Earth, God has got void nexus, which he has not declared. God has got Highness Spirit horns, which he has not declared. God has got magnetic energy, which he has not declared. And God has got another one, Highness Spirit horns, magnetic energy. And the God intrinsics. The God intrinsics.